any way you guys,
But
like, how
it's
many times
not
have you guys?
it's not even a task to get him back to work. He has not gotten a paycheck now in 3 weeks. So is that okay for Amazon to do that to him? When you guys have him on leave and he didn't even ask to be put on leave. He had a headache for 2 days.
Hmm. Well, in that case, it would be something. This would be escalated as well with the case manager's manager.
Right, but
Um,
you're telling me it was already done and now you're telling me everything was wrong. So everything before this phone call today, your department, not me, not like nothing Michael has done is wrong, right? It's everything Amazon is doing and that's what you're saying, right?
I mean, I'm not saying that exactly. What I'm saying is, it's not Mike's fault.
Right.
I do have one question though, Bridget.
Uh-huh.
How many times have you guys gone to your guys' Mike's local HR?
He has gone every Thursday, every Sunday for the past 4 weeks, 3 weeks, and then he has tried to go back a few days later and to try to get on his schedule because his schedule starts on Sundays.
Hmm.
So that's what your department is telling him to do. Oh no, you're good, you're fine. Take those notes. I put in these codes and pins and just show up on Sunday and you'll be fine. And if they tell you you can't work, well, tell them to look into this whatever ticket they give, and they give a ticket number, and you're telling me the ticket numbers weren't even right to the right person, right?
I mean, they were for the right person, but the problem is he's not an emergency leave response. Those tickets were for like a COVID leave. This isn't a COVID leave, so they're not really helpful.
So he's on a
Um,
wait. So he's not on a COVID leave, even though they had him stay home to make sure he didn't have COVID because they had him get the test. He's on a what? A what kind of leave? An emergency leave?
no, a employee's on health condition leave or a medical leave. In
For a
this case,
headache?
uh in this case, I'm really sorry. As I
Wow.
said, what I could do would be leave a case manager's escalation. This case, it really I
I
like for
mean, if
our
that's all you
department.
can do, that's you're telling me that's all you can do, but I'm telling you that's all everybody else has told me they've done. Do you know what I mean? And then you're telling me they did it, but to the wrong manager, right?
Hmm.
So you're telling me if that's all you can do, then yeah, obviously that's what I want you to do. But I want
Hmm.
you to understand
Also,
that Amazon is leaving their employee this Friday is a month without a paycheck, okay? In a month without being able to go back to work when he's ready and able to, and has been showing up for his shift to do so and being sent home.
okay, in this case, give me 1 second, please. Okay, just for you to know, Bridget, this really like our department, like in this case, the fact that the case, like the um local HR has not left him or has not helped him return to work. This is really out of our scope. This would really mostly be with the HR. I like our leave. I understand this is we should be releasing him. I already left the task for the case manager's manager to release him. The problem is, even though he has not been released with the doctor's note, he should be able to return to the, to work because he has already been released by his doctor. So this is mostly
Yeah, the
something that you
doctors note
guys.
that the doctors note that he didn't need because the doctor never told him to stay home. Yeah,
Correct.
Amazon did.
Uh,
If
mhm.
you're gonna tell
So
me that he has to get back to work by using HR, then we're really gonna have a problem. Cause they can't,
by
they don't
using
know what
what?
they're
Sorry.
doing. They don't know what they're doing over there at his HR. For his local Amazon, they don't know what they're doing. I mean, you should
Yeah.
be able
Well.
to see that because they're just sending him home instead of helping him out or figuring out, oh, okay, you know what, Mike? Let's see, how can we get you back to work and get you paid? They haven't, they haven't done that once. It took them
Well.
three
In
weeks
in
just to
that.
give us. I just want to. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but it took them 3 weeks just to them to give. Oh my God, to give him your number, like your department's number. They just did that this past Sunday, the Sunday before. I'm sorry.
Okay, Bridget. As I said, what we could do. I already left the task for the case manager's manager, a manager escalation, for them to release Mike. Like aside from us releasing Mike, HR, like their like Mag's local HR, shouldn't be putting like resistance on Mike returning to work once he has his leave note from the doctor.
Right, but they are. So now what do we do?
They're saying coded to leave.
Well, I already set the task for the case manager to release him. But you could, I don't know, like maybe talk to them, explain them that we already.
Do you understand he's done? I mean, I'm not going to. He's done that, right? He showed up. He's in front of them with all the notes that he has in the world to give. And they're sending him home, right?
Mm-hmm.
So so you telling me what he should do and he's doing it already? I'm just going to wait for your manager to call us or get back to us. Is this all going to be fixed for him to get paid also? Like, is this all together with returning to work? Because he hasn't gotten paid again. Again, in 3 weeks, this Friday is going to be a month without a paycheck. So that's really important to get him paid, right?
Get him paid for the days he didn't go?
Get him paid before the time that they have him home when he's not even supposed to be home.
Well, in that case, we would have to wait for him to be released, get the leave closed, and then afterwards we would be able to call COVID Resource Center for them to actually create an emergency leave response, which is a leave paid for 14 days. First of all, we would need to wait 48 hours for the case manager's manager to get a hold of Mike. Release
What?
him and close the.
Wait a minute. So Amazon puts him on leave. He's still on leave from Amazon. 3 weeks later, almost 4. So for him to get any kind of paycheck, you have to wait for Amazon to release him to go back. Then you have to wait to contact some COVID center. For the COVID center to put him for 14 days. You've had him out for a month. You're going to pay him for a month. Because they did this to him in April, and they kept him home for a month, and they only paid him 2 weeks. And they still haven't paid him the other 2. So we have to wait for him to be released back to work. Who knows when that's going to be. Then he has to be put back to work. And then we have to go through more steps for him to get paid. Is that what you're telling me?
Correct. Bridget,
I'm gonna
as
flip.
I said, I already left the task for the case manager's manager to
I'm gonna
get a
flip.
hold of you guys.
Uh-huh. I'll hold
is
my
there
breath for
anything
that.
else?
No, there's nothing else you can do because there's nothing you're going to do. Nothing.
Okay, so I just wanted to remind you that there's a survey at the end of the call in case you
Yeah,
like to take
you.
that. And I hope
No,
you have
thank you. You have a great day. No survey.